Today, we're going to be going very, 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 very fast. Welcome everybody to Dunsfold Aerodrome. Welcome also to this bat out of hell. Now the weather is good, the track is dry, so the tyres should be sticky, so I'm hoping for a fast lap time. Now this bad boy is straight out of the Czech Republic, and it looks so fast it looks like a fighter jet, more than a car with 4 wheels and wing mirrors. But it is a hypercar, it's brand new, this is my first proper run. I'm looking forward to seeing what this beast can do. Now to compare this with other cars that have been around this place, you need to look more closely at the detail. This is not a hybrid, but it has a secret weapon up its sleeve. The advantage of the hybrid, though, is the launch off the line, because unconventionally here, we do standing starts, because that's how they used to do it on Top Gear. For you stat nerds out there, this car has a 3.8 litre twin turbocharged V6 tuned by Litchfield to 700 horsepower. But its secret weapon is its weight, or weightlessness. This car weighs less than a tonne. So if you do the maths, that's 1.4 kilogram per horsepower. So it's extremely lightweight. It's also extremely aerodynamic. At 155 miles an hour, this car is producing 950 kilograms of downforce, thanks to all the aerodynamics and the Venturi effect from the floor. Let's take stock of where the land lies on the lap times around here. Recently, the Aston Martin Valkyrie took the crown with a 1 minute 9.6 seconds. Then you've got the Jesko and SF90 at 1 minute 10.9 and 11.3 respectively. To go for the record, we have Praga's development prototype, which is down on power versus the top contenders, but once out there, where downforce and lightness are king, all bets are off. The Valkyrie will probably be out of reach. Screw it, let's shoot for the moon. What's great about this Praga is that it's not like most other hypercars that need to be mollycoddled and gently warmed up to bring it to life before you go and give it the beans. I literally drove this car here this morning from the hotel. My stuff is in the side compartment. All I've done is drop the ride height, and at the end of the day, I'll roll up my stuff and I'll drive home. Assuming, of course, that I keep it on the black stuff. This car is super engaging, and it just will take a massive beating. You could just fill this car with fuel and run it until it runs out of fuel, basically, for as many laps as you want in succession. The brakes don't get too hot, the tyres don't get overworked or overheated. That is largely down to one thing: the weight. Extra weight punishes tyres, it moves the tyre block around, just wears them out, overheats them very, very quickly, whereas this car kind of looks after its rubber to get more longevity out of the tyres. As for the brakes, it's the same thing. You get on that brake pedal, all that energy has to go somewhere, and it goes into heat. This car doesn't need enormous calipers and discs. They're sizable, obviously, because this is basically a race car for the road, but they just don't get the workout that you would expect from something like a hybrid, where you've got all that battery weight, all that momentum that needs to be stopped. That's why you can fill the tank on this thing and run it for an entire session. Nothing overheats, fill her up again, thanks very much, and keep going. There's a variety of settings on the Bohema. Currently, I'm in the road setting, which is the least aggressive, if you like. It's got quite a lot of support from the traction control, from the ABS. One of the things that I love about this car the most is the braking power. It stops like no other car I know. The ABS is so busy, but it has a really amazing habit of just when you think you've left your braking too late, it finds a little bit of extra grip right at the end and helps you turn it into the corner. It's quite a lifesaver when you're mission critical chasing a lap time. Traction control, you've got road, which is quite intrusive, sport, which is really quite unobtrusive, you can get it a little bit sideways on the power. Then you've got race, and then race plus, which is almost everything off, including the ABS. So you will get a little bit of locking in the rear. All in all though, it means you've got a high performance vehicle that's accessible. And although this thing is a very, very surgically precise instrument, it's been designed to be accessible.
Get this date in your diary. August the 30th, 2025, Drive Tribe live at Bicester Heritage. If you want to meet me and the rest of the Drive Tribe team, get your tickets through the link in the description below.
bit that gets really interesting with this car is that you can bolt slicks onto it, and then you're dealing with a completely different animal. There aren't many road cars that you can just pull in and stop, bolt slicks onto it and send it out. This is one of them. And I've seen that recently on some track days with owners of these cars putting the slicks on, and they're like the hero of the day, basically the fastest thing on the track. Today is a bit different. We're on the road tyres, the Michelin Cup R, which is the same tyre that the Aston Martin used, but it's a skinnier version because this tyre is not tailored to the Praga. This car's got a lot of assets to it. The powerful braking, the aerodynamics, the balance and the handling of this car, I think, gonna really give it a great shot and a fantastic lap time. Plus, I owe it to the guys to give it my absolute best today, and I will be doing exactly that.
It was time to stop messing about having fun and get down to business, but first, the correct safety gear. A solid first lap, slotting the Praga between the 488 Pista and the SF90. But I needed to take off nearly a second and a half to catch the Jesko and almost 2 seconds to dethrone the Aston at the top.
What was that?
112 something.
Really?
Yeah.
That was a good lap.
Okay, we're gonna try without launch control. So sport, clutch, revs, 4.5.
Yeah.
Just release the clutch. Don't let it. Just literally like.
Let go.
Just let go.
Yeah, yeah.
Lap 2 already felt much better. The start was stronger, my confidence in the car was growing. But I knew it still had more to give, so I lined straight back up for another run. The car felt quick, but it was time to check in with the team to see where we stood officially with the timekeepers from Race Logic.
110.9, something like that.
Really?
Yeah.
Come on! Yes, let's do
It was
it!
good.
Let's do it!
But I believe we can push still more.
Are you really true?
A 1 minute 10.9 meant we'd dispatched the SF90 and drawn level with the Jesko. The team had confidence in the car, so it was down to me to tidy up the laps and squeeze out every bit of performance the Praga Bohema could give. I knew I was honing in on a seriously quick time, but Gambon was about to bite hard. I'd found the limit of grip, but I was overdriving it, pushing just that bit too hard. As a result, I was losing time. There was enough life left in the tyres to push for one more hot lap, so I had to focus, keep the car in the sweet spot for just one perfect lap. The lap felt good, each corner had come together, and I felt I was on for a personal best, but was it enough to claim the top spot? Well, let's show you guys the full lap from my point of view.
So the lap time was a 1 minute 9.8 seconds, just shy of the Aston Martin Valkyrie, despite only having half the number of cylinders and 300 horsepower less. But I didn't need ear defenders. Still 1/10, come on. Should have tried harder.